Hello gang and welcome, it's Deltia from DeltiasGaming.com here to bring you the very first video in Imperial Prison, the very first boss, Overfiend. One of a few really hard bosses in this new veteran dungeon. This is probably the easier one. I'm going to show you the non-cheesy way to do this and kind of explain the cheesy way if you want an easy clear. So let's get started. Overfiend, veteran mode. Alright, before you enter the dungeon, you're going to look at this little cage right over here. Now, you can cheese it with having the tank centered where the X facing away from the group and stand right at the door. So if you don't want to cheese it, this is the way to do it. The Overfiend is pretty easy, but has some nasty AoE cleave damage, which is in front of you. So as soon as you grab aggro as a tank, point them away from the group. As you see that red line, cleave means in front of you. As the DPS should be DPSing behind. Pretty much that's a general thing to do that a lot of bosses have. Not a big deal. Next thing you have is a little donut of love. Inside the donut, it's great. Outside, not so great. It also can be interrupted by the tank, so make sure you're on constant interrupt duty if you're the tank. Next thing we have up is another AoE damage, but this is in a circle. This thing hits really hard, so make sure you're trying to block appropriately when that comes up, because it could possibly kill you, especially if you don't have over 20,000 health. Now you start seeing zombies pour in, so that's why we center our group on top of the boss. Don't be off in the distance, because if the zombies chase you, you can AoE them down like we're doing, or you can be chased all around the group. So our tank's doing a good job of pulling the zombies that get away from other targets in, and we're just AoEing on top of the boss. Be aware of the red cleave, it will kill you. So keep on chainsing. Don't panic mode when the zombies come at you. Otherwise, you're going to get spread out, and you're going to be killing one or two at a time rather than all of them, and then just making it much easier to fight. They do come out of all different areas, so just be aware of that. It's kind of hard to tank all these mobs and the boss, so do your best if you're the tank. Control what you can control. Remember that positioning is key. If you position all of these zombies on top of the boss, you're doing damage to the zombies and the boss at the same time. Range is important as well. So steel tornadoes are your friend. Puncturing sweeps like we're doing here, or impulse, those things are your friend. Okay, so at around 50% health, the boss is going to spawn a harvester. This is the mechanic that you can avoid if you're doing the cheesy method. And harvester, we push, it comes out of the gate to the left, the little Stargate looking thing. Yes, or a sideways dolmen, whatever you prefer to call it. Right there. So this is just your normal harvester, has a lot of HP, it has a cleave, it does crazy little orb things. It's just kind of a pain to have in the middle of this fight. You can do one of two things, cheese it or just ulti bomb and try to get rid of it right away, because you're still going to have to deal with the Overfiend's mechanics, and now you're just going to have a bunch of other stuff going on. So that's the problem with that thing right there, is that it has tons of AoE, also adds to the AoE that the Overfiend is doing. So red's going to be basically ever, unless you interrupt it and kill it right away. Not a problem. We recover from this. The orbs, it's about to go down. We got everything over here. Okay. We got cleave, red circles everywhere. You'll see that interrupt. That interrupt's really important. Now, why did I YOLO dodge roll? I honestly don't know. That was a bad YOLO dodge roll. So just remember that you can die. You can do idiot stuff like that and still recover. It's not that big of a deal. So don't panic if one member goes down. I come up hot and fresh, using a remembrance. As a Templar, it's really important to use repentance during this fight, because it's going to last for a bit. Plus, you have a lot of extra corpses down. You can see my magic's pretty low, but I'm using those corpses when they come up with my repentance to constantly give out self-heals and stamina. So if you're a Templar, I don't know why you wouldn't be using repentance as a healer, but it's very important. It's also important for someone else to be able to heal, or heal yourself, because if a healer goes down like me after a YOLO dodge roll, you're going to have to be able to heal yourself just for a minute till the healer gets back up. And keep positioning important. Be on top of the boss. That way you can just nuke him down. I kind of sucked healing this. Like right there, I should use a potion. Okay, see? I did a good job healing. But we got it done. And that's the easiest of the fights. And all you got to do now is clean up trash, kill the zombies. Remember, the zombies can be stunned. So if you're going to have anything that's helpful, stun the zombies, use damage mitigating on ultimates on top of the boss, like Veil of Blades, Nova, that sort of thing, and constantly be in position on top of the boss, but not close enough to get that AoE cleave, around the 8 meter range, and this fight shouldn't be any problem for you. Next up,